What's up, you guys? Welcome back. This is going to be part two to Young Thug and Rich Homie Quan. Every single thing I say is alleged. I could be spot on. I could be picking up rumors, meaning things that you guys think and other people are saying, or I could just be wrong. So I hope everybody has had a great weekend, and we're going to jump into it as usual. Okay, I knew I seen something flipped over. All right, so I guess we're going to kind of go from the beginning here. I do not remember what I asked last time, so it is what it is. All right, so show me what, if anything, was going on between Quan and Thug, let's say a couple weeks leading up to Quan's passing. What, if anything at all, was going on between Thug and Rich Homie Quan a couple weeks before Quan's passing, leading up to Quan's passing? All right. Seven of Swords is the first and only card come out here. What was going on between Quan and Thug before Quan's passing? What was going on between Quan and Thug? We do have the Justice card here, but it's here with suspicion. So it is showing suspicion of snitching possibly, but let's go ahead and clarify. We ended with community and family linked up with the BM here, or the Empress, whatever, and the Death card. That's where we ended. So community, we got our petty Betty, sketchy ass energy when at any means necessarily. What? By any means necessary. We have the Empress energy, which could also be receiving something, feminine energy. We have the Death card, endings, beginnings, rebirth, all of that. Take it how you want to. All right, so let's go ahead. And then it's also here with the long game. Resting, rejuvenating, rebirth. All right, let's jump into it. Let's clarify. So show me that. So I say suspicion because for me personally, the Queen of Cups be suspicious as fuck. She be like, what's going on here? Okay. So show me this. Okay. So I do feel like there was some type of conversation between them, whether that be via other people or whatever the case. But I do see it's okay. So let me show y'all. It's a choice between telling the truth or telling a lie. Well, let's keep going. Why the Queen of Cups? Oof. Lots of Scorpio energy here. Justice for the Justice, Two of Pentacles. It's just kind of like better safe than sorry. Because we ended here with the Five of Cups. It's like better safe than sorry. We need to act on that. So I don't know if it was a literal conversation or this could just be Thugs and or Rich's thoughts and feelings leading up to, his, I don't know if that was confirmed or not that he was supposed to testify. I'm just going off of what people been saying. I did no research to know whether or not that was true. So take it how you want to. But I am seeing suspicion as to whether or not, Thug could depend on not being snitched on or whatever the case is. Give me one more here. Yeah. Okay. Anything else that I want to come out? So I feel like I want to use the Healing Waters Oracle. So let's see what it got to say. So whether they had a conversation or not, I am seeing suspicion on whether or not he may or may not testify or say something incriminating when it comes to Thug in this trial. Okay. What are we saying? what was going on between the two. Now, I specifically asked what's going on between the two, but I'm not necessarily seeing a conversation, but I am seeing some back and forth in decisions. So we have um, the pink dolphin, celebration, fun, unbridled joy, open heart, ride the waves, life lessons and growth. You will get through this. What else? But it's very interesting to me. The thing that's throwing me off, and again, this could just simply be because of a sacrifice or whatever, right? But it's throwing me off that the way I'm perceiving it, and I could be wrong, is that Thug told Gunna to do whatever he had to do because, like this was, from the beginning when I did Thug's reading, I said Thug was going to be going home. It was a win-win outcome. So whether like I said, his time served and he do some more time, or it's just whatever. But either way, it was a win-win. So to me, this means that Thug knew that this was just some type of appearance that he needed to keep up, that this was just the motions he had to go through in order to be done with this situation on some level. Okay. And then we have planetary waves, soul mission, trust, the inner call, soul team. Anything else? Um, and then making waves. Momentum is building. It's your time. Achievement. On the back, way of the mystic, learn through experiencing depths, and Owl of Avalon, healing, returning to wholeness, transformation. So I don't, because on some level, I do feel like they had some type of conversation where I even feel like they're being supportive of one another. But so it's just that's what's kind of throwing me off here. But we're gonna react some questions. We're gonna dig deeper and see what's going on, because even with this supporting one another, there's still this energy here. It's like I can't really leave anything to chance. Oh, I didn't even see that. Yeah, because I feel like they even talking about projects and everything. Like I said, supporting one another. Like, yeah, it's your time. You're gonna get out. You're gonna do this, whatever. Like, I still love you as a brother. Woo woo. But they're talking about like opportunities. They're talking about work and things like that. And this could even be, somebody talking about drugs or talking about the so-called setup. Because when I look further behind these cards, it's looking like, what's the word I want to use that's coming to my head? It is um, not not euthanize or neutralize. It's like neutralize the threat. That's the vibes I'm getting with that. But let's get these up and look further. So how was Thug feeling about and towards Quan before he passed? So let's say again, in the time frame of a week or two before Quan's passing, how was Thug honestly, genuinely feeling about and towards Quan? How was Thug feeling about and towards Quan? Four Wands. Again, my definition of these cards may not be your definition of these cards. Again, I've never had an issue being correct on how I read, okay? So when I'm seeing these cards, I would appreciate it if you have your own theory on what's going on, that you go ahead and make your own video. Because I know some of y'all don't mean no harm by it, but it irks me. It do. It's like you're reading over me. Don't do that. I don't care if you're another reader and you have your own ideals about what's going on. That's fine. That's absolutely fine for you to convey how you feel. But don't be telling me your cards mean this and we don't do that, please. Appreciate it. Okay. More about how Thug felt towards Quan before Quan passed. How did Thug feel about and towards Quan before he passed? How did he feel about and towards? So, from what I'm getting, he felt that in order for him to have this success, that, he had to betray somebody or someone had to be gone. Or again, we're going to clarify, but he could be worried about a betrayal. But this was his aim. This could also, representation of a house, a marriage, but also this is like celebration for me, to me. All right. Tell me more about how Thug felt about and towards Quan leading up to Quan's passing. Yeah, I'm telling y'all, that's so weird. I feel like they were talking about work. I feel like they were talking about new opportunities that maybe Quan had or um, Thug had, or maybe things that they wanted to do together. But judgment is here too. Yeah, okay. Tell me about this here and this. So I feel like Thug may have felt like this was something that needed to happen in order for his freedom to be, for his fate when it comes to his freedom to be sealed, if that makes any sense. But I keep seeing some type of conversation here with the King of Wands. Like all these cards are confirming each other. Like the World for the World, King of Wands. We even have the Four of Wands here again, which we started with. Like we got multiple fives here. It's dealing with oath energy as well, even when it comes to like their family. Um, I want to use Witch's Wisdom, and then we're going to ask how Quan felt about Thug. So it's just so weird that, the outward expression towards each other is pretty positive, but like the internal thoughts and feelings are, heavier. And then it's just like confirming, like, okay, you're not going to snitch, or, I'm not going to snitch or whatever, but let's see. Oh, this ain't even the damn right deck, but I guess I'm going to use it. And then we'll use Witch's Wisdom. Tell me more about Thug's thoughts and feelings towards Quan prior to him passing. But it's almost like the damage had already been done because we have self-sabotage here. That's what I mean. Like, I don't know. Okay, let's patience. Again, that long game freaking energy. Self-love and selling out. It's given again, like maybe I do care about this person, but I need to worry about me. I need to worry about, look at that. I need to worry about, but he couldn't have faith. I need to worry about what's going to affect me. So we got patience. Obviously, I'm attributing that again to the long game. Like again, Thug been in court for a while, and we keep getting long game with the other players in this situation. Self love, I'm taking to be selfish this time, and then we have sellout. So he again that goes with that Three of Swords, that betrayal. And then we have dreams. So he could have even been, like we said, a couple times dreams has come up, like maybe Quan was having these nightmares or whatever. Maybe he could have been speaking about it. Maybe he could have even been accusing people. I don't know if he outright was accusing people or what. But dreams, and then we have family and tribe. We have faith. So, maybe Quan wasn't convinced that Thug was really on his side and that he really wished him well. Um, Yeah. What's on the back though? Phoenix Rising, courage. So again, I feel like it's just like, oh yeah, bro, you coming home. Like I feel like Thug has been very confident about that this whole time. Might have been moments when he wasn't so sure or was afraid. I mean, who wouldn't be, right? But I feel like for the most part, he was very confident that look, I even see that. Phoenix Rising. This was courage, and this one is home. Going fucking home. Rejection. Huh. Entrapment. So let's look at Quan's side to see if we can read more into that entrapment and rejection energy. Okay. Okay. How did Rich Homie Quan honestly, genuinely feel about and towards Young Thug leading up to Quan's passing? So a week or two or further if need be. Okay. How did Quan honestly, genuinely feel about and towards Thug? Quan's thoughts and feelings towards Thug. Defensive, uphill battle. How did Quan feel about and towards Young Thug? He refused something from him. But what? Okay. Hold on. Let's see what else. Quan's thoughts and feelings towards Young Thug. Okay. Because this uphill battle could be towards like the prosecution, right? Because I do see an offer on the table. I see this uphill battle. I do see victory. I see this opportunity. Then maybe, well, let's just dive into it and see. And I forgot to use the, which is wisdom. We'll, God damn it. Hopefully I remember. Okay. And now my dog want to go outside. Okay. Show me this. Show me this. I don't know how long has Thug and Quan been on the outs with each other. How long have they not really been associated? Because it's coming off like, oh, I don't know anything, and the feeling I get behind it is like, I've been, and again, who knows how, I don't know how far this crime that he's being accused of going back, how long ago that was. So they could say, oh, you was around at that time though. But it's like, oh, we've been disassociated. And that's like his, out ish from his perspective. Again, you going through different scenarios and how, a certain situation is coming up and how you may prepare for it, guesstimating what's going to be asked and said or whatever. Yeah. Uh, he was not going to say anything though. Um, that's how I'm perceiving it. And he like, nigga, I am telling the truth. I don't know shit. Like that's the vibes. Like that's the vibes I'm getting. So, and also on the other hand, I do feel like on some level, maybe Thug wanted something from Quan. So we're gonna dig a little bit deeper, but you know, this is his energy towards like getting on a stand. Maybe I don't know. Okay, let's use witch's wisdom before I forget and clarify a little bit more. Okay, show me more about how Quan felt about and towards Thug before he passed away, the weeks leading up to clearance. But Quan was also initiation, spirit initiation, dedication, clearance, guardian, imagination. It And based on our previous reads and how I'm feeling right now, like Quan wasn't trying to like um what's the word I want to use? He wasn't trying to complicate his life any more than it was. So he just was done with the bullshit. He didn't want to be involved in this as well. So I feel like I don't know. I just feel like he wasn't with the shit. But this is all about a rebirth. This is all about a second chance for Thug. So I mean, again, simply, this could just be a sacrifice. As simple as that. I mean, not need to be any more if, ands, or buts, or whatever the case is. We've seen plenty of times that these court cards have come out um, in parts for the why. But yeah, spell is here, boundary, scribe mirror. Okay. And then I do want to get these up and pull the witch's wisdom for Thug side since we didn't get to do that. Okay. Show me how Thug honestly, genuinely felt about and towards Quan before Quan's passing. Book of Secrets when I crack the deck. Thug's thoughts and feelings towards, I guess we'll take it. Thug's thoughts and feelings towards Quan before Quan passed. Oof. Cleansing. I think we said something like that last reading. Initiation again. And the two that actually came out, the Wiccan Reed, Ethos, and Death. Samhain. I don't know how to pronounce that word. But again, there's this initiation energy. This law, like again, this like family law in terms of say, if we're in a gang, then we have our own Wiccan Reed, if that makes sense. If we're in politics, we have our own Reed. If we're in healthcare, we have our own, that vibe. Okay, let me think. So we'll ask again. Allegedly, did Young Thug have any hand in the passing of Quan? Yeah, Wheel of Fortune. In any way, did Thug have anything to do with Quan's passing? Did Thug have anything to do with Quan's passing at all in any capacity? Yeah. This is again, it's kind of giving me this read, this ethos again. Because this, I want to say, is contractual on some level. He wanted to reconcile on some level. Somebody wanted it to be like when they were kids, like essentially. He enlisted the emperor and the empress. Why is it coming out like that? Anything else? I'm going to get into it a little bit deeper. Show me this. I'm also picking up the female drug dealer too. Did Thug have anything to do with Quan's passing? I would say yes. It's showing me money. It's showing me using the adversity and division that was already going on with Quan and the people around him and giving them an incentive to be a part of this so-called plot. Let's do, yeah. We got envy and jealousy as well. Let's see. One more time. Did Thug have anything to do at all with Quan's passing? Allegedly. Yeah. It's just literally more so, again, leaning on the side of a sacrifice. We got balance. Only 2 cards. Masculine and balance. So giving and receiving. Something, it was time to collect. So whether that be on Quan and Thug side, or just Quan's side, or just Thug side, but either way, you receive something. Now it's time to collect because now you owe me plus interest, and it is here with a kid as well. But yeah, this is about an agreement that happened in the past. So it's just all about collecting at this point. But of course, you got to set the board up. You got to set the game up, right? Okay. In the spring, I could be off. It's just something I'm hearing in the back. In the spring, I'm thinking next spring. Don't have to be next spring, but we could be hearing something about Thug. He could be in some more trouble or something there. Something about the spring. I feel like when it comes to Thug, could be something about Quan, but we'll see. Let's get these up. But it was giving and receiving. Emperor and the Empress, balance. The Wheel of Fortune, clarifying the damn Wheel of Fortune here. So yeah, let's get this up. How did allegedly did Thug put this into play, or who put this into play? How was this? Of course, it starts with the Ace of Pentacles, right? But let's see what actually comes out. How was this setup started? How was it put together? How was the game? How was the board set up when it comes to the passing of Quan? How did this unfold? The Queen of Swords, the counterpart, allegedly, to Quan. He's the King of Swords. That was a promise of an exchange, of a give and take with the Queen of Swords. How did this unfold when it comes to the passing of Quan? When it comes to Thug, how did this unfold? This was nothing to rush about. I mean, that's just, okay. Okay, somebody wanted to turn a 9 of Swords into a 9 of Cups, but it's the way. It's like, oh, I need something done. Let me get creative. Let me figure out how to best get this done because I need to win by any means necessary. All right. Let me pull on somebody's heartstrings or manipulate whatever emotions they currently have. Okay. Towards maybe their relationship. And that's leading right to the Justice and the 3 of Swords. But let's go ahead and clarify. Let's see what they're saying under here. What are we saying? Tell us about the Queen of Swords for how this unfolded when it comes to Quan's passing. So somebody observed that the Queen of Swords was in a frequency or the 3D of the Five of Pentacles lack. Okay. And no, I don't want to say this, but this is where we end it though. But getting a spy, essentially, getting somebody to kind of do the footwork and all of that. But somebody will say allegedly Thug. Could have been anybody, right? But that's who we kind of focusing on. Thug noticed that this Queen of Swords was in the Five of Pentacles. Maybe he realized or he knew for some reason or another she wasn't getting no more D. That also that she was close to this person and could easily access without there being too much suspicion or whatever. And so they proposed a Six of Pentacles, allegedly, equal give and take or whatever. But in reality, he could have been breadcrumbing her. But let's see. Why the Six of Pentacles? Can we get one more? Oh, they gave us two more. So they reached out, had a conversation. That could also be spying. Spying to say what you know. And then, yeah, secrets to talk about what's going on. Let report back. Um, yeah, and so under this energy, that would typically be like acting off of emotions, hot-headed, temperamental. It was actually, and I really don't do reversals, but I really want to get this clear. Um, And I feel like it resonates because, again, we kept seeing this being a long game. So nothing to necessarily rush about. But that's being confirmed here when it comes to Quan, the King of Swords, and the Strength. All right. So this was an ongoing investigation of their own into Quan. Okay. And then the final card here. Tell me about it. The fuck I say? Investigation into Quan. Okay. And again, I keep seeing a drug dealing couple or multiple drug dealers or just some greedy people, possibly. Um, and again, this was to come up out of this Nine of Swords, this mental stress. And so that healing can begin so that he can get out of jail or whatever the case is. Okay. And so, how much of a relationship did Dre and Thug have? If y'all know, let me know. Because I see conversations with Dre and also Amber, allegedly. Could be anybody, right? Let's get these up, and I want to see. I'm just gonna ask. Did Dre and Thug, Young Thug, have any conversations with each other when it comes to Quan in his passing? Did Thug and Dre have any conversations when it comes to Thug's passing? I almost feel like Dre and Amber was being spied on too. Like, I got spies for my spies. Like, like that's, I don't know. Or he just had information, whether that be because he's conversating with Quan himself and he's venting. But I feel like it's spies for the spies. It was a go between person. I don't know that he necessarily spoke to, like, I don't necessarily know that Dre spoke to Quan, but I do see some back and forth, and it making me feel more so like somebody else in the middle. Yeah. Show me this. But it was all and then there was a moment where it needed to be rushed for some reason. I don't know what changed that, because at the end it ends up feeling like rushing. But previously it was like, take your we're taking our time so we can get this done right. But yeah, I do see conversations on some level about what. See, this is about everything we're finding out so that we can better prepare and know when to actually take action. And then this is the plan. This is movement on the plan. To me. Okay. Um, and again, they pretty much settled. And I feel like, look, and both of these cards that ended is cell phones in there. And that make me think of Dre taking a picture of Quan while he laid out on the floor. But, agreeing that we're going to do this in the house and we're going to use drugs, basically. But you see, all of this shit here. But yeah, so we see in the house, again, I feel like this on some form, this communication, obviously. And also, it takes me back to looking at that picture. We got the drugs or obsession, or whatever you want to take it as. We got deception here, regret, and then we have an ending. But again, I'm really looking at that cup. I stand by, I feel like it was something in the cup, whether it was the drugs that was in the cup or whatever, it was the cup. That's where the factor, the main factor from my perception is. Um, so, and it's just so interesting because I'm not seeing like a whole lot of conflict. We got contrasting feelings from the outside versus the inside for them. Quan's side looked a little bit more defensive, but I feel like that was leaning more towards like the case itself. But I didn't see a whole lot of heavy energy between the two, like outwardly, like they were fighting, like we see with everybody else. But I don't know. But obviously, we see the intent was crappy, right? But what else are we asking right now? Okay, let's ask about Thug and Amber. What has been Young Thug and Amber's relationship, if anything at all, Young Thug and Amber's relationship over the last, let's say, year? Young Thug and Amber's relationship. Okay, she keeps showing up as the Queen of Swords, but maybe that could be saying it wasn't a relationship. But let's see what else comes out. Energy between Thug and Amber over the last year. Temperance and the Hermit. Let's see what else. And that's where we ended here. Plotting his future. To me, Amber and Thug's energy. We do see communication, but we will clarify. Energy and relationship between Thug and Amber. We ended with her energy. Queen of Wands. And the last thing we had was the King of Pentacles. So maybe they both, besides Quan and some other people, right? A mutual person between them two, maybe this King of Pentacles. That King of Pentacles keeps popping up. At first, I thought that on some level, depending on the energy around it, maybe it was father because we never got his birthday or we don't know his zodiac. But also, I was feeling like maybe this could be a drug dealer. But let's go ahead and clarify. But this also could just be representing somebody that has a lot of money or whatever the case is, or just the energy in general. So we're going to clarify. All right. Show me that Queen of Swords, please. Okay, I'm just making sure we still got the mic on. Why the Queen of Swords when it comes to Thug and Amber's relationship? It's showing somebody choosing a side. Relaying information, knowledge under the Hermit, relaying knowledge and information back and forth. Show us the Page of Swords. Why? Again, like something happened where either, like we said in a few different reasons, like at some point or multiple points, Quan comes to this understanding of what's happening right now or something that was exposed. Okay. And then that may have been the catalyst, or somebody could have been in their feelings, temperance here, but that's the catalyst for the rushing energy all of a sudden. But, that communication is like, we need to get moving on this. That's how I'm perceiving that. And then why this? Okay. I want to, yes, let's use this one. And then which is wisdom. God damn it. More for Doug and Amber's relationship over the last year, allegedly. Plenty, prosperity, receiving the fullness of life. King tides. Doug and Amber's relationship over the year. Let it rain, allowing what is, inevitability, and trust. Okay, we ended with cleansing, releasing the old, energetic tune-up, new beginnings. On the back, healing, returning to wholeness, transformation. What else came out was immerse yourself, training, learning, new hobbies, passions. Training, learning, new hobbies and passions. Like I said, this is finding out information. This is knowledge. Let it rain, allowing what is, inevitability, trust. I said that one. Follow the stream, dedication, trust, future rivers and oceans. There's a lot of promises here. It's a lot of promises. The healing lagoon, rejuvenate, recovery, time to heal, it's safe to stop. So, like I said, maybe that was them coming to the conclusion, like, okay, now is the right time. But I do feel like there was some type of catalyst at the end that's like, because it giving me Russian vibes for some reason. But yeah. Whew. Let's see. What else should we ask? It's all alleged. So, allegedly, did Amber and Dre get what they were promised? Did they get what they desired? And whoever else was involved, did anybody get what they were promised for their part in allegedly Quan's passing? Did anybody get anything? 9 of Wands. That's guarded energy. That's wounded warrior energy. Maybe somebody's not giving up yet. But I would say, if I was just looking at that card alone, I would just say a no. But let's see what else comes out. Did anybody get anything that they were wanting to get from Quan's passing? I'm just still getting waiting energy. But, so for me, it's not saying that. It's telling me that they haven't gotten anything so far, allegedly. But it's telling me that they're still holding out hope that they will. So they're not fed up and getting through the towel in yet. But, also we got, this unrequited energy when it comes to some type of work or project. But let's clarify. But again, just overall, like waiting. I'm in a waiting position. So let's see. Okay. Did they get anything that they wanted for whatever their role was in this? So they're still waiting for the goddamn ships to come in. Real ones. I'm seeing regret here. Show me. Again, I do see, them having like some type of work project, but look, again, still fucking waiting. Maybe they ain't getting no return phone calls or something. But I do see some energy here in the future with work. It's here with Wheel of Fortune, so maybe contracts. I do see some type of celebration. Let's dig a little bit more into this. But I'm not getting the feeling of like overwhelming success. I'm just not. But I keep seeing this young energy here. So I know a lot of y'all kept saying that Quan's son would be doing some work, so that could be his wins. Again, because I keeps coming with that rebirth energy. Anybody get anything that they will be wanting when it comes to the passing of Quan and whatever hand they may have had in it? We have cleansing. So this could again like, oh, we gotta wait. We need things to be at the right time, or we don't want to look more suspicious than we do, or whatever. Like, say if you rob a bank and nobody knows, you don't want to go and buy a fucking car the next day or even next week or month, necessarily because it might look suspicious. That's the vibes. Cloak and concealment is where we ended. And then masculine. Homecoming and death. So, they could be waiting for healer and prosperity. They could be waiting for a thug to like settle in or whatever. So one or some of them could be working with thug in the future on some level. That's kind of what I'm picking up here. Let's see. So let's ask, how does Quan feel about and towards Young Thug right now? Show me Quan's honest, genuine thoughts and feelings towards Young Thug currently. Uh, all right. We ended here with double Scorpio energy. Okay, he's pissed specifically at this person here. But it's just, again, I don't know if I want to use the word realization, but it's just like plotting against me. Didn't want me to succeed. This is people working together. Let's go ahead and clarify. We did start off with the Ace of Cups and end with the Ace of Wands. So let's dig in and see what type of vibes that's presenting. Like, all right. Show me this here. Why the Ace of Cups? Yeah. It's like fake love. All this I put myself through for the people I love and care about, and it's not reciprocated. Like love fucked me over. Like that's the vibes. Queen of Swords. Under the Nine of Swords, which is here twice. I knew it. It's the vibes of like, I'm pissed, but how surprised can I be? And it's not going to play out the way they think it's going to play out, because just like many others, Quan is behind the scenes working and investigating and searching and understanding, and it's just not going to go the way they thought it was going to go. Because it seems like Quan had changed some paperwork around before his passing. I don't know if motherfuckers can't find a will or I don't. You want it to be free, be free. So it's not so much towards Thug, I want to say. I mean, yes, but no, because on some level he knew not to trust him. That he don't necessarily, no honor among thieves type vibes, if that make any sense. Show me more how Quan feels about and towards Thug right now. Atlantis, keep the big vision. Stay in alignment as you grow. Part of something bigger, the ripple fucking effect. That's exactly what we just read. But, okay. The waterfall, inner power, unbridled confidence, claiming your place. The ripple effect, part of something bigger. Details are taken care of. Thank you, gratitude, appreciate what's sustaining you. Interesting. I want to dig onto that gratitude. It's like lesson learned too late. Give me more on gratitude. What does it mean, friendship? And then under inner power, we have fear. And what about ripple effect? Okay, regret and self-esteem. Now, it is showing love there, you know, for the experiences and for, so it says, where is it? Oh, friendship, there it is. Understand that a friend is in my life for a reason. So I don't know who was on first or how they got on and who had connections or whatever. I don't know how the story began for their careers. But, you know, it's giving gratitude for being put in a position or being a part of the experience. And there's a need to separate because things were affecting Quan in a way that, and maybe they both started feeling like low self-esteem in comparison to each other and different things that was going on, a lack of maturity, people that's around, you know, planting seeds verbally, etc. It's just like things started to fall apart between the two of them. Even some fear became, and maybe the fear was just that things would really get fucked up to a level that would cause them to lose their friendship. Not only that, but you know, break down everything that they tried to build individually or whatever. But yeah, it's just showing like love from a distance and feeling like that's the way you should have kept it. But yeah, I forgot I didn't put these cards back in the deck. So let's see if we can get one more card. But even that, self-esteem says, I possess gifts of the soul that benefit me and others. And that was under, again, the ripple effect. Part of something bigger, details are taken care of. Regret, I know that I cannot change the past. Grief, I understand that losing something is an opportunity to appreciate it with patience. I want to clarify it one more time. And then I think I'm going to end it there, you guys. If y'all want me to do an update, please let me know what questions you would like for me to ask. Because I don't be knowing. Homecoming. Show me more about Quan's thoughts and feelings towards Young Thug. Healer. Intention. You know, for a long time, I don't necessarily want to say this was the intention from the get-go. For a long time, this was the intention. It's like, I don't want to say, trying to find a comparison. So we know that allegedly these celebrities are aware that at some point in time they'll have to give up some type of sacrifice, whether it be themselves, people around them, maybe even they have to sacrifice their career to get out of it or whatever. I don't know. But it's like a fail safe or a just in case, or, you know, I don't know how to, like a savings account. You know what I mean? Like, I'll put that over there. Like, this is what I'm saving for later, for whatever I need it for, or I don't know why I want to call it like it's like a savings account, or or some type of financial investment that you can cash in later, like a 401k or something like that. Very much into the occult and magic, specifically on Thug's side, because yeah, he has some type of protection on him, but yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. That's what I got, you guys. I appreciate y'all for hanging out, and I'll catch y'all on the next one. Later.